What's up, guys? It's Kenny Florian, and we're going to go over a half guard move. And I feel like, this was a position that was often misunderstood. Obviously, there's a ton of things you can do in half guard, and there's a lot of ways that that person who's on top of you will orient their body in relation to yours. But let's talk about a kind of a real basic one that could really be problematic. And it's when someone gets an underhook and they also have control of your head. Sometimes, or maybe oftentimes, the hierarchy of what you do really does matter, and that's definitely the case here. So if I have Josh here in my half guard, let's say he's on this side, he has the underhook on the far side, okay, and he also has control of my head. All right. Now, a lot of times they like to kind of smash the side of your cheek here. And one of the strongest levers of control, perhaps the strongest lever of control you can have, is the head. And oftentimes it's there to kind of, because they want to control your neck. But if they're able to pin your head to the floor, they kind of dominate the whole of your spine, which really controls the whole of your body. So it's something we really don't want to happen. But of course, this does happen. So what do we do here? One of the things, as far as like the hierarchy of what we do first, a lot of times we think, well, I want to get a hook in. So what I want to do is, get my hip out and then get my hook in, and then kind of I can do what I want, right? This makes it a lot easier. But in order to do that, if I don't have his body position away from me first, or if I'm not able to strengthen my body position first, it's going to be very difficult for me to get on the side of my hip, or in getting on the side of my hip, I actually make myself vulnerable to a big time pass. Put pressure on me, raise your hip up in the air, and now I lose control of his hip and leg, and he slides through for an easy pass into mount or side control. So what I want to do first is I want to try to get this weight off of me a little bit, okay? And attacking the hip first can be very difficult. Put some pressure on my face first. Okay, there we go. This arm that's here, I like putting my bicep on the top of the collarbone, driving his weight down. Put pressure on me, please. So from here, I can talk a lot more normally. If I do this, put pressure on me. This, I'm kind of feeling the pressure on my neck. I'm feeling the pressure on my chin a little bit. And this is going to help things just a little bit. Okay. And of course, the heavier they are, the more difficult this is going to be. But at the very least, it's going to at least, I have a shorter lever to release a little bit of pressure on his collarbone. All right. To kind of take that weight off of me just a little bit. Keep that pressure on. Okay. This is getting some of that pressure off. And now that's going to open up a little bit of pressure for my, a little bit of space, sorry, for my hand to go into the hip. All right. Now from here, I want to get my head out and away from him and be able to lock my elbow out on this side. Here, I'm going to be exerting a lot more muscular energy here, where here I'm using kind of the structural integrity of this locked out frame to release that pressure. Okay, so I'm getting my head out and away. And in that process, I'm also elongating my body, which is going to weaken his handle on me. Okay, it's going to give me a little bit of space. It's going to release some pressure and weight off of me. And it's just kind of weaken his grip just a little bit. It's now that I can actually get on the side of my hip and turn and now get this hook in play. This is more for like the more inexperienced people. We always want to be trapping this leg, right? Don't be lazy with that bottom leg. If this is out in control and I'm just here, he's gonna get an easy pass. Right? So let's just make sure that we're always keeping this leg in check. We do not need to triangle our legs. Because if I triangle my legs, I'm also kind of pinning them to me and I'm not being so effective. I want to be able to, I can now not get my knee out. If I stay with a triangled leg, like I'm kind of pinning myself here a little bit. So I can still control that leg, right? And this foot is what's going to allow me to rotate on the side of my hip. It's this foot that's going to allow me to slide that knee in. And now it's this foot on the ground that can push and now get my feet and my hooks in play here. Okay. Our power is generated from the floor. Okay. So again, put pressure on me, please. Ugh. bicep of the collarbone, walk my head away, put my hand in the hip, locking out my elbow, and now I get on the side of my hip. I'm pushing off of my foot. I'm getting my shin here this way, and I don't want to be lazy with my knees. If I stay here, push on my knee and just pass again here, or take your hand and push on my knee. He pins it and comes right through again. So as soon as I slide my knee in, my knees go up to the ceiling. I want my knees pointing to the floor. Right now, let me get sorry on this side. I can either slide here. I can either get my knee in this way if there's spaces there. Put your knee like tight to my thigh. I can lower this down. And as soon as I come in here, I want to make sure both of my knees are up. I want to keep him kind of in this box. Okay. I'm pulling his arm out and away from the floor, pulling it kind of towards my head. And I'm going to pull my knees up close to my chest. Like I want to get my quads to my chest. On this side, I like covering my elbow on his elbow, and I like grabbing just the top of the lat. So I'm not allowing for his frame, his arm frame, to go on the mat this way, and I'm not allowing for this frame to go over here on this side. And now I have the choice of taking him here or taking him here. Now, this may not be enough. Put your foot on the ground here, Josh. Right. As I go to turn, I don't want to elevate my leg away from my body. That's going to weaken the lever of my leg. It's this bottom leg here that's going to push off the ground with my toes active on the floor to get this sweep. Now, I'm still in this kind of like quasi half guard, like quarter mount here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take away his defensive capability with this frame by sliding my hand on the inside of the elbow. Don't trap yourself by going inside towards the armpit. First of all, I'm going to fight the structure of his body by doing this. Give me some resistance, please. And I can also trap myself. Hug me and bridge. Whoa, I'm in trouble. Let's roll back. Okay, what if we went off more of an angle and went towards the elbow? Give me some resistance. Close that down, please. I can walk this arm slowly, getting low to the ground, and now slap my foot on the mat, and I'm in the mount position. Okay, so that's how we're going to address that. Let's see. And that's pretty much it, guys. So when I'm in this position, it comes down to my ability to kind of get my structure first, my position first. Don't think about like, I need to get my hook or I need to get my frame in the hip. It's like, no, I need to get the weight off of me. Bicep on the collarbone, walk my head away from him, creating a little bit more space. And now I get on the side of my hip and now I get my hook. Okay. These legs are working in tandem right now. I'm trapping and hooking. Okay. From here, I'm going to try to create this space. Now, if he's trying to get his hip far away from me, like side to the floor this way, that's going to allow me to get my leg in very easily. If tuck your knee close to my hip, come over here on this side, and I'm trying to get my leg inside, it's going to be very difficult. Okay. Now what's happening is he's blocking my exit here to try to get my leg through, but that's okay. My hip can also have direct access to his hip. I can block here. I can turn him and sweep him this way as well. Or at the very least, start to immobilize him here and destabilize him here, I should say. I can destabilize him by just getting my hip underneath his hip. I can take away his arm frame by trapping my elbow over his elbow. Try to frame out. I can roll him very slowly onto the top position. Now, let's say I wasn't able to do that. I come inside and I'm trying to scoop my hip out. He can frame his arm out. but now I can get my underhook. And now I can get into this game and start attacking this way. So that's pretty much what we're going to do to kind of combat that head and arm position. Okay. So if they're putting a lot of pressure more towards our head, that can be very overwhelming if we don't know what to do. Get that weight off, get your frame, walk your head away, and it's going to be a lot easier. Now, Josh, I want you to do this when you get top. Have this head and arm position, but this time I'm sinking my hip down to the floor and I'm super heavy. Say I'm triangling my legs and I'm super heavy down by the hips. Okay, can you push me away here? No, it can be very difficult. This is where we can start to kind of go into other positions to try to get an underhook. All right. So his hips are nice and low. You have this underhook here this way, right? And as I try to, I don't feel so much pressure on my head, but I do feel a lot of pressure on my hips. As I try to move him away, it can be very difficult. Okay, he's sinking his hip down to the floor. It's possible that I trap and roll, but it's probably more likely he's going to base out. Okay, he'll open up his knee a little bit. Yeah, something like this, right? Keep your knee tight to me. Yep, here this way. You come over here, look at this leg over here, Nicole. So it kind of blocks my ability to kind of get my elbow in on this side. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of bridge over this way. Oops. Yeah, I can. If he comes over, that's fine. I want you to base your hand out this side. Right. That's going to take away my bridge. Now, does not matter. I'm going to bridge here, turning on my shoulder, and I'll bring my elbow in tight to my body, and now I can work my underhook to start to work to his back. Okay, so ton of stuff we can do here, but once you get the underhook, for those of you guys that work this position, you know what to do, but getting there can be really problematic. So again, if his weight is down super low, sink your hips. Okay, I can work to try to create that space and then come inside. You'll notice I'm not trying to swim my hand on the inside. This is very weak. I'm actually putting my arm in like a Kimura position, which is not strong. As I bridge, so stay low. Keep your knee up high this way. Yep, and get here this way. Yeah, even here. There you go. Now from here, I'm bridging and my elbow goes in. You'll notice, without you for a second, stay here. I'm bridging up, my elbow slicing down towards my body, like I'm slicing my ribs. My elbow peeks out first, then I get my underhook. Get low. Yep. Bridge. Elbow comes in. Now I can either grab the collarbone, I can grab the lat, I can grab the waist. I start to sneak in on the side of my hip, strengthening my position, and then my shoulder is what kind of starts to move them. The underhook is just a way to open the door. It's not the thing that's going to move my opponent, right? The arm isn't going to be that strong to move like a guy who does not want to be moved. Okay, get heavy on me. Turn the side. Don't use your arm to try to get the job done. Stay right there. Wiggle on the side of your hip. And now my shoulder, the structure of my body, is what moves my opponent. My shoulder to my hip is going to be way stronger to move, and it's going to retain its structural integrity way better than a lever of the arm way out here.
Will you show that without Josh? Just what your right shoulder's doing.
So I'm here. I'm inside. He's heavy on my hip. Right, so I can create either space this way. I can either create space with Josh and sink it lower. I can either sneak my arms in this way and come in, or I can do this bridge and come in. Now without Josh. So if you're finding they're giving you space and they're super heavy on the hip, you can get your frames here nice and tight, create space, strip away, and then get your underhook. Or bridge over your shoulder, arms extending, elbow comes in first into that space, and then I get the underhook, and now I'm kind of really getting on the side of my hip, really rolling my shoulders down to the floor, similar to that last video with the side control escape. If you guys look up that side control escape on my YouTube channel, you'll see it's the exact same position, okay? Why? Because it's easier for me to deflect the energy that's coming at me. It's very difficult for you to be pinned when you're doing that. If my shoulder, this far shoulder, is turned towards the mat, just put your weight over there, please. Okay. Pin that shoulder, please. Go ahead. Pin it, 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 pin it. Right? I can withstand that energy coming at me. I can deflect that energy coming at me, and I could build up my base to raise my head and hips higher than my opponents, which is typically going to be a winning position. So that's the idea. I mean, there's literally millions of moves that you can do from half guard, but knowing how to strengthen your position from bottom when they have powerful positions like, you know, underhook and head control, it can be pretty menacing if you don't know what you're doing. So understanding like the hierarchy of moves and what you're supposed to do first and how to strengthen your position and your structure is super important. So hopefully you guys find this helpful. We can add things to this as we go along, and we may add some other videos to this as well. Again, ton of ways to reverse, escape, sweep, all that stuff. But first, you really want to know how to strengthen your position, and hope this does this for you guys. And if you guys ever want to train with me, you know, hit me up. If you guys want to hit me up on social media, it's at Kenny Florian. I'm here at A&R Tactics teaching a no-gi class Tuesdays and Thursday nights, 6:30 to 8 o'clock over in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we've been doing it for a little bit. It's been great to see the class grow. People have been really excited about it and learning a lot and growing a lot. And if you ever want to stop in, you ever want to join the class, come on in. You want to do private lessons, bring me out for a seminar, just contact me over on social media, and we'll try to make it happen. But if you guys have any questions, if there's moves you want to see, if there's things that are confusing, if something wasn't clear here, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. I try to read as much as possible. I try to respond as best I can. So please hit me up. And if you like the video, you know, please like it, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you don't, you don't. That's cool too. So thank you guys.